Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. So today we are here for grade 10 maths. The chapter name today we discuss that is algebra, and here are the names of the lessons, that is ratio, proportions, scale drawing, word problems, proportion, properties of exponents, and simplify the radical expressions and write the variable expressions. So let's get started. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to use your email and the password to log in their A Plus app that is provided by the administrators. And now let's get just start. Here is basically grade 10 maths first chapter, which is algebra review. And here are the list of the lessons, that is ratio and proportions, scale drawing, word problems, properties of exponents, simplify the radical expressions, and write the variable expression. So let's just start the first one, ratio and proportions. So look at here, do the ratio 6 by 5 and 20 by 15 form a proportion? So let's just check, is that form a proportion or not? 6 by 5 and 20 by 5 form a proportion or not? Okay, so we are just going to check it out. How to check this thing? Like for example, if we are going to see that, like for example, here is 6 by 5 and here is 20 over 15. So we just divide both of it and then check it out, is their ratio becomes equal or their ratios become not equal. Look at here, the first one 6 by 5. First we just take it out 6 by 5 and then let's see, and the next one and the other one, that is 20 over 15. Okay, so this one is 20 over 15, so we just make this 5 is 15, so we're just gonna multiply both of it the same number, that is 3. So this become 18. 6 times 3 is 18 and 5 times 3 is 15. This becomes 18 by 15, but here is 20 over 15, so this is not equal, so we can say that these two ratios are not proportions. Okay, let's just do the next one, 6 by 12 and 2 by 4. So let's just check it out. 6 by 12, we're gonna write 6 by 12 and 2 by 4. Are these ratios are proportions? So how can we check? We just check it out. So we can check it out by this way. We are going to take the smallest proportion, smallest ratio, basically 2 by 4. We're going to take 2 by 4 and then multiply and divide. That makes the denominator equal. So it means that it's 3 and 3. So 3 times 2 is 6 and 4 times 3 is 12. It means that, look at here, we can get the answer 6 by 12 here. So yes, we can say that these two ratios are equal. Okay, and these two ratios form a proportions. 10 by 16 and 5 by 8. Let's check. 10 by 16, 5 by 8. Now look at here, which number we are going to, basically in that kind of thing, we just see that you can compare them using a common denominator. Okay, how can we compare them? Using their common denominators, because like for example, in the first one denominator is 16 and the second one their denominator is 8, so we can use the 16 as a common denominator. So since 16 is a multiple of 8 as well, so we can use the common denominator here, and then we're just going to multiply 5 by 8 with the common denominator. So how can we become, it's that we're just going to multiply, that is 10 and that is 16. It means that we can get the answer is this one, so we can say that these two ratios become proportions. Okay, so now let's do the sum test questions. Do the ratios 11 by 10 and 8 by 5 form a proportion? Let's just check. We just make their denominator becomes equal, so we can take the greatest denominator and then make it common together. So 5 is multiply like 2, 5 times 2 is 10, and 8 times 2 is 16. So it means that these two are not equal. So we can say that no. Do the ratio 19 by 20 and 2 by 4 form a proportion? Let's check. 19 by 20 and 2 by 4. Let's do it. 19 by 20 and 2 by 4. Okay, so when we see that, where is the denominator, so we can compare the common denominator, so we just take it out, 20 as a common. So how can make it 20? So we're gonna multiply both the numbers with 5. So 5 times 2 is 10 and 5 times 4 is 20. So it means that here the answer is 19 because numerator are changed. So we can say that no. Okay, do the ratio 1 by 2 and 5 by 10 form a, let's check, are these two ratios form of proportions or not? So 1 by 2 and 5 by 10. So look at here, these two. So where is the common denominator? So which one? That is 10. Make 1 by 2, that is common denominator equal. Multiply with 5 both the numbers, because in this way we're going to put here 10. 2 times 5 is 10. 1 times 5 is 5. Yes. So we can get, when we compare the common denominators, so we can get the same answers. So it's yes. Okay. So do the ratios 4 by 12 and 1 by 3 form a proportion? Now you guys think about it, then I will tell you the answer. This is also so easy. So just think about it. 4 by 12. It means that you are going to make the common denominator, so which is 12. So multiply 1 by 3, both the numbers with 4. So it's become 4 by 12. So yes, this is a common denominator. Okay. All right. Now you can solve the rest of the question by yourself for that. Okay, let's do some more practice questions. So 1 by 2 and 8 by 16 form a proportion or not? Let's just check. 1 by 2 and 8 by 16. Okay, so look at here now. How can we check? As we know that we can compare the common denominators. So for that, we are going to take the greatest denominator. So what is the greatest denominator here? Which is 16. So we are going to take 16. Okay, so let's just take 16, make it, so 1 by 2, multiply and divide with which number, then you can get the lowest denominator 16. So we are going to multiply 8 both the numbers. 8 times 1 is 8 and 8 times 2 is 16. Look at here, this is 8 by 16, this is 8 by 16. So in this way we are going to write our answer. Yes. So in this way we are just basically finding it, writing it out, all the questions. Okay, let's do it. 1 by 20 and 3 by 4 form a proportion. As we know that, I'm just going to repeat this one again. First of all, what we do, we just check it out the questions. Like here is the question, 1 by 20 and 3 by 4, they are saying that is that form a proportion. So first of all, we can compare them using their common denominator. What we do, we can compare them by using their common denominator. So we just check it out whether these two ratios, 1 by 20 or 3 by 4, form a proportion. So we just basically compare their common denominator. So in that one, which common denominator we are using? We are using 20 as a common denominator because 20 is a greater. So when we are going to use, because 20 is also the multiple of 4, So when we just going to multiply 3 by 4 with the which number with 5, in this way we are going to make the 20. So multiply numerator as well as denominator with the common basically number, that is 5. So 5 times 3 is 15 and 5 times 4 is 20. But here is 1 by 20, so it means that our answer are not same. So we can say that these two ratios do not form a proportion. Okay, when these ratios are written with the common denominators, so numerators are not the same, so the ratios do not have same values. Okay, so we can say that these two ratios do not form a proportions. This is the thing that we have done in that lesson. Let's discuss the next lesson now. Properties of exponent. So this is a very basically the simple thing, like simplify, express your answers using a single exponent. Okay, look at here, this is exponent. As we know that what is exponent, like something power. Okay, power thing. When we are going to first of all we are going to check it out their definition, like what is the basically definition of exponents. So we can write it down like this way. You also use your notebook and pen. Okay, so basically what is exponent? Exponent is basically the method of expressing the large numbers in terms of powers. Like for example, if I'm going to write it here, something like 6 power 4. What does it mean? It means that you are going to multiply 6 how many times? 4 times. Okay, so this is a basically 6 is multiple of itself like 4 times, so this can be written as 6 power 4. So here your 4 is exponent and 6 is the base. This one is called exponent, and this one is your base. Understand what is exponent? Exponent is basically method of expressing the large numbers in terms of powers. And in this way there is 6 power 4, and here is the 4 is the exponent and 6 is the base of that exponent. Okay, now let's do some questions related to that one. Like for example, sometime maybe it's in the form of r values, sometime maybe it's in the form of different things. There are some rules for exponent, so let's just discuss some rules for that, then you are more able to understand, because there is also a lot of rules are applied here. Okay, so the first thing that we have done, there is a product rule. Okay, definition. So the first thing that is the product rule. What does it mean? It means that for example here is 2 power 4 and here is 2 power 3. Okay, these two bases are same but only the exponent are different. So what does it mean? You are going to write only one base and add their powers. Understand, this is the product rule of that exponent. Now if sometime maybe it's in the form of like division, like for example 2 power 4 divided by 2 power 3. What does it mean? It means that 2 power 4 minus. Okay, if it's in the form of multiplication you are going to add their powers, if it's the form of division you are going to subtract their powers. When there is a power of rule, what does it mean? It means that, like for example here is 2 power 3 into power 5. What does it mean? It means that you are going to multiply these two, like 2 power 3 times 5, and here you get the answer of 2 power 15. Here you get the answer of 2 power 7. Here you get the answer of 2 power 1. Understand, these are the three basically rules that we discussed. The product rule, if the bases are same then their power should be added, and for the division rule their power should be subtracted if the bases are same. Okay, the thing is bases are same. What is base? These two are bases. And for the power of basically power rule, it's like that way, these two are multiply with each other, simple thing. Okay, and if something like in the form of negative, like for example here it's in 2 power minus 3, so you just put it in the denominator so it becomes plus. Understand, and if something like that way 2 by 3 for example, and here is the power 2, so it means that you can separate it out like this way and then solve it out. All right, This is the thing that we have done in that one. These are all the rules: product rule, then here is the quotient rule, here is the power rule, then these are all basically the negative exponent rule. This is negative exponent rule, okay? And here is basically, you can say that power of quotient rule, okay? These are all just basically exponent rules. Now let's just solve the properties of exponent. So look at here, this is r power 8 into power 9. Understand? R power 8 into power 9. Already we have done this one. Which rule here is apply? Power of a power rule, because 8 is a power of r and 9 is a power of this full r power 8. So this can say that power is a power of, this basically power of a power rule. This is one power and this is second power. So we can say that power of a power rule. So how can we solve it? We just basically simply multiply. Got it? It is minus sign, so we are not able to touch this thing. So 8 times 9 is 72 with negative sign. Now as we know that if something like it's in the form of negative, something it's in the form of negative, so when we just use the exponent rule, so how it's changed, we you gonna put it in the form of denominator, so this become plus. Understand? This is a basically answer of that question. Now let's just solve the other one. Simplify and express your answer using the positive exponent. Look at here now. All the basically are multiply with each other. V power 3, V power minus 9. Look at here. V power 3 multiply V power minus 9 multiply like V power 4. All the bases are same. As I already wrote down the product rule. If all the bases are same, look at here where the product rule I wrote it. Sorry, this one. If your bases are same, your power should be added. So here all the bases are same, so we just put only one base here and add up all the powers. Add up all the powers. Okay, 3 plus minus minus 9 and plus 4. Okay, now when we are going to solve this thing, so how can we get the answer? So we can get the answer like V power 3 minus 9. What is the answer? Minus 6 plus 4, then V power minus 2. And when it's in negative form, you are going to use the negative exponent rule. This become V square. Got it? These are all the exponent rules are using here. Okay, product, quotient, power rule, negative rule, and all that. You need to memorize these rules, then you are able to understand the questions. Okay, now let's just do it again. The thing. Let's do some test questions, then you are more able to clear now. Okay. So simplify and express your answer using a single exponent. So this is m power minus 9 into power minus 3. This is power of rules. Power of a power rule. M power minus 9 power minus 3. Okay, I'm not, this is not should be. Okay, that's it. M power minus 9 over power minus 3. Minus 3. So as we know that m power minus 9 times minus 3. So when you are going to multiply 9 times 3 is 27. Minus minus becomes plus. So m power 27. Let's check, is there any answer for m power 27? Yes, it's here. Okay. Now you understand the power of a power rule. This is again the same. 8 times 9 is 72 with which sign? Positive sign or negative sign? Here negative sign is existable. So we are going to write the negative sign. Okay. Express your answer using a single exponent, d power minus 7 power minus 6. Now, how can we solve it? Just simply multiply with each other. 7 times 6 is 42. There are two negative signs. So, if there are two negative signs, so negative negative becomes positive. So, d power plus 42. Okay? Sorry, just plus 42. So, simplify and express your answer using a single exponent. These are all same, just power of a power rule. Multiply, but only the thing you need to basically focus. If there are two negative sign, then it becomes positive. It turned into positive. But if there is only one negative sign and one positive sign, so you can write it down as a negative sign. Okay. So here is 2 7 times 5 is 35, but there is only one negative sign and one positive sign. So 7 times 5 is 35 and h power 35, not negative sign. Okay? Because plus minus is minus. Understand? Okay. These both are positive, so it's positive answer. Simply 3 times 4 is 12. Got it? So now here there is 1 over a power 2. As I already told you, if you have a question like this way, a power minus 2, so you can change it into the quotient rule, then it becomes positive. But when something like it's in the form of this way and you move up, so it's become in the form of negative. Negative become positive, positive become negative. Okay, so here it's in the form of denominator. When you move into the numerator, it becomes negative. Understand? So this is g power minus 3 into power minus 2. There are two negative sign. Negative negative becomes positive, and 3 times 2 is 6. Exponent is easy, you just need to focus. Okay, now you solve the rest of the questions by yourself related this lesson. Let's start the next one. Simplify the radical expressions. So here is the radical expression. Now first of all, let me tell you what is basically the radical expressions. Okay, what is the definition of, you can say that definition of radical expressions. First we write this one and then we see basically what is the radical expression. Radical expression is, you can say that it's expression that is uses a root symbol. Okay, like they are using a this symbol, like square root symbol. This is a root symbol they are using. Sometime it may be a square root, like power is 1 by 2. Sometime it's cube root, sometime it's maybe a fourth root. It depend. Okay, so here their basic like for example, if you have a symbol like this way, for example, let me write here something not like this. If you have this one and then number is written here and there is power 3, what is this 3? This 3 is called your index. This is your radical symbol, and these are basically radicand. Okay, understand that thing? This is a basically index. Okay, and this one is your radical symbol, and this is your radicand. Okay, now let's solve the questions now. Let's do it. This is minus 6 square root 2 minus 3 square root 2. If there is no index given, it means that their power is square root. Okay, if the index is given like 3, 4, 5, it means that their power is 3. This power is cube root, it's fourth root, sometime it's maybe 3, so it's cube root. If there is not written, it means that it's square root. If there is 4 written, it means there is fourth root. Okay, these are all the basically things. So here there is a question, let's just write minus 6 square root 2 minus 3 square root 2. Minus 6 square root 2 minus 3 square root. We just combine the numbers. We are not combining the radical symbol and radicand numbers. Okay, so minus 6 minus 3 together, and here is square root 2. Okay, we're just going to take the common that here, then just easily solve it. Okay, we're just going to take square root 2, these both are same, taking common, and then just putting here minus 6 minus 3 is minus 9 square root 2. This is basically the final answer. Okay, for example, if I'm going to write here minus 5 square root 7 plus 10 square root 7. So how can we write it? We can write it minus 5 plus 10 in the square in the bracket, and 7 is an outside. So minus 5 plus 10 is 5, square root 7 is your answer. Okay, this is the thing that we have done in that questions. Now let's just do it some another if you have. Yeah, that's it. Let's do some test questions for that. Write here on the simplest form. 5 into square root 7 minus 6 into square root 7. So how can we write it down? 5 minus 6, that is minus 1. Okay, so this is minus 1 square root 7. Minus 6 square root 2 minus 3 square root 2. As we know that minus 6 minus 3 is, these both are negative sign. So when you are going to add it, this becomes minus 9 square root 2. Okay, this is the answer, then we get it. Now you can just simplify square root 490. Okay, when you are going to simplify with it, like how to simplify, we're just writing it down like this way. Okay, let me just tell you that thing. I'm going to open it. So here, if you have a question like square root 490, sometime you're going to use the calculator and then just put it your answer, type it square root and then 490 with it. But sometime you are going to use like another way, like how you are taking inside number and then make it a factor and then just put it outside. Okay, like for example, here is 490, just going to divide it over 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 5 is 10, there is 5. So it becomes 2577. Okay, 2577. Got it? So 2 times 5 times 7 square. So 7 square is putting outside and 2 times 5 is 10. So this is the answer of 7 square root 10. Let's just see 7 square root 10. Yes, this is the right thing. Got it? This way we are going to solve like these kinds of questions. This is a thing. Now again you are going to make a basically factors and then just check it out like the previous one. All right? Hope you guys understand this lesson as well. Let's do the next one. So the next we discuss this one, this. Yeah, write variable expressions. How to write the variable expressions? Like, look, 4 divided by y. They are saying that write an expressions for the operations described below. Okay, we are going to write the basically expressions. So how can we write the expressions? This is just a simple thing. Write an expression for the operations described below. 4 divided by y. Look at here now. 4 divided 4 divided by y. It means that there is 4 divided by y. You can also write it down like this way. Then 4 divided by y. You can also write down like this way in the fractions form or in the basically this form. Anything that is easy for you to write. Okay. Now just look, do the test questions. Write an expressions for the operations described. Add 7 to c. What does it mean? Add. They are saying that add 7 to c. It means that add 7 to c. 7 first to c. Okay, this means 7 firstly, then with c. Got it? 7 with c. Okay. U divided by 8. Here is a multiplication sign. This is u multiply with 8. Here is u divided with 8. So we are going to use this option, u divided with 8. Write an expression for the operations described below. 7 divided by r. It's given. Already looked. Sometime it's maybe like, for example, like 7 subtracted to 4. 3 divided by 9. When they are saying that 3 divided by 9, so how can we write it down? 3 divided by 9. Okay, this is a one way. 3 divided by 9, this is also the way. If they are saying that 3 multiply with 9, so you're just going to multiply with it. So here is p times 8. What does it mean? Yeah, this is a bit how different. P times 8. It means that p times 8. Times means multiplication. Okay, times mean multiply with that number. P times 8 here. Add q and 3. Just simply addition. So just simply addition, q and 3. Okay, 4 divided by 4. 4 divided by 4. It means that, sorry, d divided by 4. Like you divide d over the 4. You divide d over the 4. Divide d over 4. Got it? Like this way. This is how we can solve it. All these questions, like divided 9 by y, divided 9 by y. So 9 is divided by y. These both are same, I think so. Oh, sorry. It's an addition here and it's an division here. 9 divided by y, this is it. Okay. Divide 5 by y, like 5, divide 5 by y, so it's mean it's division. It's the simple thing. These are all basically things that you can solve it out with the proper method. Okay. Sometimes they are saying that times, sometimes they are saying that it's divided, sometimes they are saying that it's add, like that numbers. Okay, now let's do with it. So divide 4 by s, it's 4 by s, here is divide 5 by s. So 4 by s is this, so we can solve it like that way. 4 divided by y, it's again the same. It's 4 plus y, and here is 4 divided by y. Addition and bn should be mixed up because these both are written like that way, like this and this. So it's a bit same. Add 6 to p. Add. Now look, again at division and addition, it's just like looking same together. 6 and p add up. So hope you guys understand this lesson as well. So it's just like basically you can solve all of it like using their expressions. Okay, where we solve, like using their variable expressions. Sometimes they are just going to say that times with a, divide with a, with that numbers and all of it. Sometimes they are just going to say that multiply with that number. Sometimes they are just going to say that divided with that number. So we just simply sum up all the things together and then we will write our answer. So the first we will discuss today here, grade 10 maths. This is the name of the chapter and here are the 5 lessons. Today we discuss ratio and properties, proportions, sorry, then scale drawing, word problem, you can do it by yourself. This one, properties of exponent we discuss, then simplify the radical expressions, then write the variable expressions. These are all so much easy. You can also practice on radical expressions where we write all the things. I just hope where I'm writing, yeah, this one. So you guys make sure before starting the next session you can practice all the questions, okay, related to these lessons, because these are important. And these, and here are the exponent rules. If you want to write it down then you can check it out here. Product rule, then the quotient rule, the power rule, these are all the same and these are important. And if you still need any help in any of the question, then you can contact the tutors on Skype that are available Monday to Friday 5 to 9 p.m. and practice all these lessons, okay, and solve the test questions. Most of the test questions we have covered in that session, but if something is left then you can solve it by yourself. And in the next class we discuss these 4 remaining lessons. Okay, so for now you all have a good day. Bye.